All right, Spanish Inquisition. A Niv with the $10 tip. Recent events. I don't see red-white land destruction in the queue for new standard. I don't care if it doesn't get anything from the new set. Let's just do it again. Sounds good. If Modern and Legacy were on Arena, would I still play the standard format? Yes. This current standard format is the best format of Magic I've ever played. It is significantly better, in my opinion, than both Modern and Legacy. In my humble opinion. All right. So, what are we doing here? We're playing Spanish Inquisition here, which is this deck is basically if the Epic Storm and Goblin Charbelcher had a one-night stand and their child was born here, it would be the Spanish Inquisition. This is a deck that sometimes kills with Goblin Charbelcher on the first or second turn, sometimes kills with Tendrils of Agony on the first or second turn, and other times ends up killing itself because it drew a bunch of cards and then died. So the game is generally over by turn 2 with this deck. It's just sometimes you're winning the game for your opponent with it instead of winning it for you. Let's pop into a match here. I will update the stream decker. Good call. It's bad, Grishelbrand. It's more similar to Narset Cannon. This is like the legacy version of Narset Cannon. What a wanker. Oh, never forget you can use your block functions on Twitter chat. They're really great. What's going on, Madman? Good morning. This hand's great, right? I get to go get Bayou, Dark Ritual to Infernal Contract, draw some cards, and still have extra things left here. I can Spirit Guide out the Cantor and like get some more black mana going that way, which is nice. It was just someone posting an imbecile Twitter comment to me and me blocking them. So I didn't respond to them. I just blocked them. If you saw my post from this morning about someone posting a comment on one of my YouTube videos, upset that my YouTube video wasn't the perfect content for them, and I said, well, that's fine. Not every piece of Magic content is going to appeal to every player. Like, very adult, very reasonable. And then someone's like, well, gee, Jeff, not every YouTube comment's gonna appeal to every person. Like, wank off. Get out of here. Nobody's got time for you to troll. Oh, Madman, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate it. Here's a lesson for you if you've ever played a unfair deck like this in Legacy. They always have the Force of Will. Always, never optional. They always have it. A plus troll response, correct. I didn't respond to them. I clicked the button and I blocked them. No need for someone that feels the need to interact in that manner to be able to post on my stuff. So here's something really important that a lot of people don't seem to get super about spreading clips like that, is that mistakes don't equate to cheating. Intent is really important. And if that's the clip I'm thinking of, the player in question didn't really gain an advantage from playing the extra land. As someone who's been on camera taking turns and like accidentally put 2 lands into play before, like, stuff happens. It's one of the many reasons why digital Magic is great for competitive compared to paper, is because accidental mistakes like that can't happen and witch hunts don't get started over them. Yeah, they conceded the next turn, right? And there was no advantage, so we did attack with Wild Cantor. Wild Cantor and Dryad Arbor are like going the distance here. I mean, to be fair, I said this deck's games usually over one way or another on turn 1, and you could argue we effectively lost the game on turn 1 when they had Force of Will. New house is great. It's wonderful. It's nice having an actual office instead of just, like, occupying what should be my family room. I'm gonna concede Dual Evolved here. See? Told you. We lost the game on turn 1. I'm just not sideboarding today. I don't feel like sideboarding with this deck. We're just gonna click submit and try and get people. You can, like, theoretically, like, board in Duresses and empty the warrants and, like, hope to interact through their counter magic, but stop it. Just try and kill them. I don't think I've seen that command before, Beetle. That's a good one. This hand doesn't do anything, right? It makes some mana to start, and it, like, gets a Bayou, and it can Cabal Ritual, but Petition doesn't go anywhere. Does it? So this is 1 mana. This is 2, 3, 4 mana. So I don't get to 5. This hand is good. Excited to get Force of Willed here. There's no Necropotence in this deck because it's not legal in Legacy. No half measures with the brand new Prime Sport. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed this month with that. Can you just cast the card so I can concede, please? All right, onward, upward, backward, forward. I told you they always have it. As someone who has spent a lot of time in a former life playing decks like this in Legacy, you never don't get got by it. You ruined me for watching SO content. I feel fake when he hypes decks. Why's that? Anything in the middle, they have it. Yeah, if they keep 2 or more cards, you're going to get forced. We're good at winning die rolls so far. That's good for us. This hand doesn't have a starter for black mana, so we need to mulligan here. It's also got a lot of win cons in it. New relationships are always scary. Happy 2 months. What's going on, Eartham? I appreciate the resub. Welcome back. This hand just doesn't go anywhere, right? I get to Lotus Petal. I can Pact for Dryad Arbor, Lotus Petal, call the Dryad Arbor after putting this into play, but I don't have a way to draw cards, unfortunately. I guess I keep this. Land Grant is good. I'm going to pass the turn and do nothing on 1, and then hopefully combo on 2. You went on 2 for them, right? You're not wrong. Good chance we make it to 6 decks today and get to play Bridgevine. Morning, Mango Man. This link here will give you the different options to subscribe. Thanks for the support. So I'm going to go get Dryad Arbor with this, and then we're going to play Chrome Mox, slide Infernal Tutor under it, call the Dryad Arbor, cast Infernal Contract, and get going. And by that I mean they have Dazer Force, so we're dead. Welcome to trying to play sweet decks in Legacy. Enjoy your stay. So, it's been some rough examples. Like, the first deck today was a good example of why you don't play fair without blue. And this will be a good example of why you don't play cheesy combo decks into the field of blue. Maybe we'll win. My goal when we play this deck is to, like, win 4 or 5 games. So we still have plenty of time to do that. Easy mulligan. This hand does what? This hand doesn't actually get going, right? Because it needs a creature to put into play. People would just be winning on turn 1. Yeah, without Force of Will, you need to manage the format with a ban list. God forbid we manage the format with a ban list. You really need a Black Spirit Guide. Yeah, the post deck felt reasonable. Yeah, playing good decks in Legacy is good. And like, so it's actually funny. So people have talked about me commenting on Modern and stuff like that. And Modern has actually moved more in the direction of Legacy in my experience. In that the good decks in Legacy for a long time have been significantly better than the fringe decks, which, for what I kind of do here, we try to play a large variety of decks, makes for kind of rough content, right? Because, like, if we're not just playing good decks, gives a narrow range of things we can play, and playing mediocre decks, they're a lot worse than the good decks, so you just do a lot of losing. And, like, the Mardu control deck's, like, kind of sweet, but you're going to lose, like, half or more of your matches with it most of the time. Yeah, you should basically be registering Chalice of the Void or Brainstorm in Legacy. Those are, like, the 2 directions you can go. And, like, we played an Eldrazi Post League that I really enjoyed, and we played a Jeskai Stoneblade League that I really enjoyed. And, like, both of those decks are considered, like, good decks in Legacy, and I could see why they were powerful and what they were doing. And I really feel like as Modern's gotten more cards printed into it and the format's gotten smaller and the format's gotten more efficient with the best decks, the distance between the best deck and the 10th best deck or the 15th best deck has really gotten bigger, as opposed to in the past, historically in Modern, there was much less distance in between those two things. Niv with the Tree Fitty. Whoop! My dashboard is loading. Just think, every time you burn $12 on gambling, it could be worse. You could be Canadian and burning 16. Yeah, Goalie, it's really interesting. I think the fact that my content here on this channel is pretty viewer focused, like the people that support what I do kind of dictate what we do, I think that gave me a big leg up towards actually like monetizing what I do. Because like, while there's a lot of people who watch Twitch, like people are willing to pay to control things, right? Is basically what it comes down to in my experience. So like Newmont, I think actually has like an average higher viewer count than I do, but I have a pretty significantly larger number of subs than he does. Because of the way I aim to monetize. Ponder, please be Storm so you don't have counter spells. I agree, Pokemon Nerd. I don't think Wizard of the Coast is going to change anything in Modern. I would love if they'd unban some stuff to, like, add some more diversity to the format to kind of, like, shake up those top decks, but I honestly am not expecting them to do anything. Yeah, I agree for sure. I'll have you know I pay for hot takes and unpopular opinions. God bless. You know, I should probably pedal here to play around days. I deserve that, I guess. I probably shouldn't even play this Skyshroud Cutter out here because it exposes it to a lightning bolt. Alright, well that's a reward for having played it out. Hopefully we draw Culling the Weak or Dark Ritual here and get going. Alright, snack time I think. No, we don't really know any of the details surrounding Standard Plus right now. Okie doke. Don't daze me, bro. How would I even know that? Newmont usually has his sub count on stream while he's streaming. That's pretty common. Like, people usually tell you how many subs they have if you ask. Like, for instance, at this very moment, I have 2,407 unique subscribers, and I have 2,758 subscriber points from the higher tier subs adding extra. They, like, have the forest, and they're just, like, not sure what to do. God bless. This deck seems hard to play. Yep, definitely hard to play and not bad. This deck isn't bad, it's just incredibly hard to play. The Dream 42, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. All right, we are maybe beating the days. We're not beating the days plus the force. Yeah, right, JW? The matchup variance is brutal. If we would have played these three matches we're playing right now with the Mardu deck, we probably would have cashed that league. Instead, we played against a bunch of, like, Maverick decks and died. Theoretically, goalie, you bring in Tomb in matchups like this one, where your opponent has a bunch of counter spells, so you just, like, play Tomb, play Dark Ritual, make a 5/5, and attack them. I don't think I've ever actually killed anyone with the 5/5, but it was a funny sideboard plan I found on an old forum somewhere, and I was like, okay, we'll put it in the sideboard. Yeah, I agree, Neemzor. And, like, that might not be the case for forever, right? Like, hey, thanks for the sub gift, Sniv. I appreciate that. Like, the magic, and this is something that a lot of people don't seem to get, and this is, as someone who makes a lot of content and has gotten feedback from critics over the years, like, people really don't seem to get that Magic formats ebb and change, right? Like, just because a format is good or bad today, or is generating play patterns that I really like or don't like today, doesn't mean that's going to be the case a week from now or a year from now. Like, there's new sets being added constantly. There's ban list updates and non-rotating formats. There's a lot going on. All right, so they kept 7, so I assume we're just getting forced here. If they force this, I'll take a draw step or two. If they force this, I'm going to be done, I think. Just too many of our resources gone. Yay, Magic! We've literally played 6 games where they've had a Daze or a Force in their opening hand every game. Yeah. I like the people who are new to the stream that confused why I didn't concede there. Yeah, I agree, SCTR. I think there's a lot of people who don't play Legacy or Modern online or at Grand Prix or at SCG Opens or highly competitive tournaments where they say they like Legacy or they say they like Modern and they talk about their local format. But in reality, what they actually like is playing casual Magic with the ban list of these formats. Because, like, when these formats are very casual and laid back and it's like bad deck against bad deck, a lot of the time it's a lot of fun, right? Casual Magic's great. But, like, what happens at your local game store is often much different than what happens in events where people are doing their best to try and win. And that's not to say there aren't some game stores that aren't extremely competitive and have all tiered 1 decks, but I think those types of places existing are fewer and far between than the ones that tend to be more casual. We've had okay hands today. Our okay hands have just been met by Force of Wills, unfortunately. This hand just needs a draw 4, and we're on the draw with the Scry. I can't wait to Esper Charm someone on their draw step tonight. Exactly. And remember, at the end of the day, like, if you're having fun playing whatever format you're playing, like, that's correct. You're the only way you play. Yay! We found a deck that doesn't have islands, chat. It's the chosen one. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray! Alright, so I could draw a bunch of cards this turn, right? Let's get started. Alright, everybody sit down, shut up, and listen. Let's cast the Dark Ritual. It's a Christmas miracle, indeed. Oh, they only have 3 cards. I was gonna say I should get Slithermuse, but they mulliganed. How do you love this, by the way? You can undo sacking Lion's Eye Diamond on this application, but you can't undo making mana with Wall of Roots. How funny is that? You can undo Lion's Eye Diamond, but you can't undo Wall of Roots. This hand actually doesn't do anything, right? Oh, this deck is That's the best. You're like, all right, we're doing stuff. Never mind, cancel the stuff. Put the parade away. JK, we're not going anywhere. Play my tutu that's free. Play this incredibly busted free tutu. Are you quaking in fear? You should be quaking in fear. May Bezo Bucks went to an ILL friend this month, so you get dollar dues. Loving the legacy content, even if the OP never didn't have it. What's going on, the Shiny Kuma? Thanks for the 3 months. We're actually gonna play. What are they? I don't want to say they're good before I double check. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start with 2 legacy decks again, and at least one of them is good. We're actually going to play the deck that the opponent's playing right now, which is it's like a tier 1.52 deck. It's had a number of successes in Legacy, which is black-green depths. All right, what are the odds these 2 attack for lethal over the course of the next however many turns? Modern at least puts a 4/4 out for free, right? Get him. Oh no. They're scrying. Have you seen the amount of threads on the MTGA forums complaining about the shuffler? Yeah, that's why I make the joke whenever we get unlucky on Magic Arena that someone should go make a thread for me. Whoa, that's great. I love a lot of the art that these other ones have. All right, so what does this do for us? This exiles the Needles on Wasteland. This exiles Tendrils. And then I have 5, 6, 7 mana. This filters to red. And I have a Dark Ritual in the bin too. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to cast Summoner's Pact and go get Legacy staple Wild Cantor. And then we're gonna Cabal Ritual plus sack the Cantor to flashback Past in Flames. And then we can Ritual, Cabal. I think they're dead. I believe they have died. Look at this incredibly fair turn 4 kill. Just an incredibly fair turn 4 kill. If we exiled the Cantor to Chrome Mox, my hand wouldn't be empty, and then my Infernal Tutor wouldn't be Demonic Tutor. Deck confirmed competitive in Modern. Can't, wins on turn 4. Can't beat Force of Will. Force of Will doesn't exist there. Alright, let's open my hand up here. So storm count is, wait, what? Am I getting Bajuka Bogged? Did they just pitch a Simian Spirit Guide to crop rotate for Bajuka Bog? Oh my god, I hate everything. I hate everything. We were finally supposed to not have a free spell ruin our life. We were finally supposed to have a free spell not ruin our day. Holy crap. Ah! Good lord. And we cast Summoner's Pact, so we're dead. Welcome to Thunderdome, chat. Enjoy your stay. Welcome. We're gonna have fun, darn it. Click submit. Try again. No blue spells, no problem. Get wrecked. Ugh. Kuzaloo, thank you for the biddies. Spirit Guide, crop rotation. Hey, I told you the opponent's deck's one of the good decks of the format for a reason. We're gonna play it tomorrow. It was good. You know what? We're already 0-3. We can't cash the league. I'm not winning this match. If I'm about to win this match somehow, I'm gonna concede because my opponent's likely still live for prizes. And we cannot earn prizes in this extremely competitive league. Alright, what does this hand do? Is it finally our time to shine? It is. This hand draws extra cards and makes extra mana, so let's do it. Alright, Land Grant. Sit and watch me do my thing, opponent. Just look them square in the eye and be like, you're gonna sit here and watch and you're gonna like it. Can you get me to play Manaless Dredge? No, Manaless Dredge is really bad. Not a fan. Just, like, doesn't beat cards. Alright, so we cast Infernal Contract. I'm gonna make black, and I'm gonna make blue. Because if I hit Slithermuse, I want to be able to cast Slithermuse. Dark Ritual. Storm count is 7. Storm count is 8. Cast Wild Cantor. Storm count is 9. Kill them with Tendrils. Do 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 like we were bound to do that at some point, right? Like we were due, right? We deserved it. The law of averages states that we were due to combo. This hand is keepable. It's actually not great, but it's definitely keepable. The fact that we have the Dryad Arbor in our opener makes this hand extra bad. Alright, so what are we doing here? I'm playing Dryad Arbor. I'm fetching Bayou. I can't play Bayou though. I'm gonna Chrome Mox, the Cabal Ritual. Maybe I think I might have messed up here. It might have been right. So I can't do anything else here, but we're not in danger of dying. I think I was supposed to you can't exile Dryad Arbor to Chrome Mox. Non-artifact, non-land. I could have exiled Land Grant to Chrome Mox though, and then played Cantor, sacrificed it, and gone Ritual. But the way I drew cards, it wouldn't have mattered, so that's fine. Next turn, I can draw. Next turn, I can. Pinky with the 2-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Listen, we are finally on the scoreboard, chat. Mark it down. We won a game. We won a game. This next match is ours, okay? Four matches at 32 minutes. That's true. We should have time to get to Bridgevine today, hopefully. We've got Traverse Shadow's probably going to run a touch long. But we've got Narset Cannon, 8-Whack, and Bridgevine. And Cannon, 8-Whack, and Bridgevine should all be relatively quick. Relatively quick. Got one more match here with this. The last match in 5. Yes, my opponent's clock in the match 5 of the other league took more time like this entire league has. Should we do Narset Cannon right after this? Should I flip-flop the order? I feel like we should go Cannon into Cannon, huh? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna flip-flop it. We'll put the Fair Magic after the cannons. Let's blast off again after this one. The people that are here for this flooping probably would appreciate more flooping, so. Are there people that don't appreciate flooping? Yeah, they're strange. They register the card Force of Will. Yeah, Narset Cannon has 12 lands in it, okay? Apparently our opponent, Magic Online, struggling to find an opponent whose caliber is capable of taking on the Spanish Inquisition here. When was the last time we played Oops All Spells? It's been a long time since we've played Oops because we've not played it since they banned Gataxian Probe. Is there a story on why this deck is named what it is? Because nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition, goalie. That's like a Monty Python reference, right? I think it's Monty Python. Yeah, this is 0-4 versus 2-1. So on the off chance we're about to win this match, I'm going to concede. Because I don't believe in taking prizes away from other players that can still win them. Land Grant is great. This hand doesn't do anything on turn 1, but turn 2 it does stuff, so I'm going to pass. They paused for a minute there, and I was like, oh no. They're about to read that we're a combo deck and put Chalice on 0. If I had the option to play decks like this in best of 1, would I? 100%. This is exactly the style of deck that best of 1 favors. We're going to get Dryad Arbor here, and then we're going to Lotus Petal, call the Dryad Arbor. Ain't nobody got time for that weak sauce. So looking for a Dark Ritual here. Don't you dare tell me there's Force of Will in your Cloud Post deck. I might lose it. I might lose my mind if there's Force of Will in your Cloud Post deck. Alright, so I do this. And I put Skyshroud Cutter under it, and then I Skyshroud Cutter, cast the Wild Cantor, and then I make black, cast Lotus Petal, and then I'm going to cast Infernal Contract, crack Lion's Eye Diamond for triple black in response. The Legacy donation price has gone up, so the price is tier based on how old the format is. It's 10 for Standard, 25 for Modern, and 50 for Legacy. Just because the Legacy Leagues cost me a minimum of $12, so need to cover that. Look at that. Good, clean living here. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. Trigger. Oops, I did a lethal. Oopsie poopsie. Yeah, I wish there was a friendly league too. Really do. Oops, you're down. Alright, if we go to oops again, I'm going to concede. Just so fair's fair. Because if my opponent wins this match, they're guaranteed to get $14 out of the Moto slot machine. And if we win this match, we still get nothing. So, things I don't believe in. Crushing other people's money. I only beat people when I'm gaining something for it. Yeah, I think so, admin. Because, like, for comparison's sake, there's 433 people in the competitive Legacy League, and there's, Modern has... Well, and this is the other thing, too. The competitive Modern League has almost half the number of players of the friendly Modern League. So I really don't understand why you would do the league type that attracts less players. Like Like, the competitive plus friendly Modern League has almost 2,000 people between them. The just competitive Legacy League has barely 400. Chat's disabled by default on Magic Online. It's fine. It's fine. I am the quickest concession in the West, okay? Excellent. Excellent. How are the standard numbers on Moto? I've never played standard on Magic Online. Oh, you mean the league numbers. That's actually a good question. The standard leagues. Wow. The competitive plus friendly standard league has barely 1,000 people in it, which doesn't surprise me based on how good Arena is. If there were achievements on Arena, that would definitely be one of them, Pempes. So what's the play here? Am I supposed to crack my hand to this LED? I think I am. I think I'm supposed to go get the Dryad Arbor out of my deck, and I'm supposed to, like, cast the Infernal Contract, cracking the LED to float black. Because, like, the rest of my hand really doesn't do anything, and I'm pretty likely to brick off. I don't have mana floating here. Oopsie poopsie. I hope everybody was buckled up because the car just crashed. Mox, Rit, LED, Tutor, Crack for Red, 6 floating, Past in Flames, Rit, Tendrils. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna play the ranked ladder just so the average quality of opponents we can be a little bit higher, hopefully. But the first preseason didn't have any meaningful prizes, so I expect the second preseason won't have any meaningful prizes either. Good catch. So we had the cards to kill on turn 1 there. If I go for the Ritual, it's just like a traditional Storm line. Like a Tess or an Ant line, where you just like end up tutoring into Past in Flames, then Past in Flames through it to generate Lethal Storm. This is match 3 of game 5, Marty. We are going to be doing Narset Cannon next, though. It's been a tough morning, believe it or not. This hand doesn't do anything, right? Just doesn't get started. Alright, so this hand gets Bayou. And then gets Summoner's Pact for Elvish Spirit Guide. Then goes Ritual, Infernal Tutor, Crack LED for mana. You know, Modern League longer than 50 minutes. How about Bring to Kiki? I could stand to Bring to Kiki cut. I need to hold priority for the next one. Oh, wait. Actually, undo that. If I make blue, I can Slithermuse here and draw 6. This is why the old Slithermuse is in the deck. Evoke. Birthing Blob. The new Birthing Pod card doesn't fix any of the problems that Kiki Court has. Alright, my Dryad Arbor is already gone, right? This land grant doesn't have text. No, that was a different game. This is still turn 1, though. So, I can Skyshroud Cutter. And then I can... Let's land grant and grab the Dryad Arbor out of our deck. I can't play this because I've already played a land for the turn. So we call the Skyshroud Cutter. And then playing the Belcher leaves me dead because I did play Summoner's Pact, so you can just draw 4 more cards here. I am 1 short of doing anything useful here, right? I guess I can Infernal Tutor, crack Lion's Eye Diamond again. Right? Oh, I can Tendrils, right? Tendrils is lethal. Yeah, so I'm gonna concede because we're dead here. I'm gonna concede because we're dead for prizes, but we do have the game win here on turn 1 on the play. So I'll Tendrils, crack LED for triple black. I'll Tutor, crack LED for triple black in response, get Tendrils and cast a lethal Tendrils. Because it'll be, I have Storm Count of 12, so it'll drain my opponent for 26. I'm gonna concede though, because my opponent will get prizes if I concede, and I don't get prizes if I win. No, I don't want them to concede. Like, some people will concede when you cast Infernal Tutor to, like, save themselves time. So, I'm just explaining how we win the game without, like, giving my opponent the chance to deny themselves prizes. So, we got on the scoreboard. We won an entire match. And I missed the lethal line in the second game of that match. So, technically... we won 4 games in that league. The deck was capable of winning 4 games. Magic, Sausage Cat, free Stoneforge Mystic. I sub every month until she is free. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you're gonna stop subbing when they unban Stoneforge Mystic, I'm gonna need them to keep that one banned. I promise if they unban Stoneforge Mystic and not Splinter Twin, the Stoneforge Mystic emote will get replaced with a Splinter Twin behind bars emote. So, I promise you we will have X cards should be unbanned in Modern behind bars emote on this channel. For Simic counters, thank you, Greystar. I appreciate it. I'll get that after we're done today. That's funny. Yeah, someone was like, what are you going to do if they finally unban Twin with that emote? I was like, we'll put Splinter Twin behind bars. Duh. What if they get rid of all the bans?